Hello, everybody. And we're back with another Final Fantasy XI live stream. I had some time today, which is nice. So we're going to get some EXP on Summoner. Maybe do a little endgame. Who knows? I've got still a million things to do before Treasures drops. And hopefully we knock out a little bit of it today. My phone just told me I went live. We're going to grab a Signet. And then... Actually, let me check and make sure my food and stuff is good. Yeah, we got tuna sushi, wizard cookies. Oils and powders. Not that we need them for Summoner. Turn in this Beastman seal real quick. And I should put up my party flag, I guess. I forget where everybody said to go at Summoner 63. I think it's Zarkabard? Or is it Bucidine? I want to get in one of them killer mana burn parties that are supposedly really good at my level. Did you cast Signet on me, little Fez man? It's my favorite. It's my favorite dat swap that I just have loaded. Literally a Fez on every Taru with a circlet that's lock-styled. Oh, let me ping the Discord. Yeah, this was a kind of an impromptu stream, so I assume people will float in as the day goes on. At YouTube. There we go. The MTG stuff has been insane. Anybody following that? Ooh, and I have a cool new DAT to share with everybody. I'll wait until the stream's a little further in. But kind of an insane one, to be honest with you. Key items, temporary. Am I good? Yeah, everything looks good. All right. You tell you what, I'm gonna seek party. I'm gonna edit my CCOM. And I'm just going to maybe reject any invites unless it's for Zark for right now. And we'll go do Secret of Ovens Lost. What's up, Ario? Hey, I checked the moon phase. Are we getting a dig day tomorrow? I'm trying to get back on top of things. What's up, Azzy? It's 3 a.m. Oh. I may not catch... No, I could maybe get like the 8 a.m. window. So that would be 8, 9, and 10. That's actually probably, at the moment, this is probably one of the worst possible windows for me. Unless oh no, actually tomorrow I am leaving the house at like 3:30. Interesting. That's why I'm live so early today, because I'm up super early tomorrow. Did I ever end up doing Eco Warrior? Nope. Still sitting on my Bastock. My Bastock Eco Warrior. So. Oh, and I need to do High Wind as well. Okay. Somebody just said 3 hours in the High Wind stuff. So actually, I'm going to use the High Wind bot in the Discord and just double check those numbers. High Wind TOD. Type /TOD. Yep. Those are correct. Yeah, I'm sitting on a scroll anyway, so it's not imperative. I'm sitting on a wandering tail. But yeah, I'm between my ring being I could have used it last week. I could have done Eco Warrior last week and this week. I've been letting EXP hit the floor for sure. You know what happens? Life got interesting. But I'm committed to using my anniversary band. I think. So I should hit 75 in like a handful of streams from here. It's just a matter of actually like taking the time. Twitch ad. So I got a lot of extra EXP I could be using right now. Dang it. I don't have a good spot for my tea. We'll do that. What's up, Kupo? Yeah, you just gotta, life, you just gotta like, look at all these merit mobs I could be fighting. Sometimes, you just gotta let life go. Wait. No, don't do that. Hold on. That didn't come out right. Relax a little. There we go. Yeah, jeez, I had such a fun. I had such a good time playing on Sunday. That game continues to impress. Expedition 33. I don't know if I need sneak in and visit this level, but I've messed up before. Oh, isn't that fun, Cammy? I've done a mix of things like that in my playthrough. I don't do it for everything, because sometimes I end up in a spot where I shouldn't be, so the things are have much more health. But every once in a while, I'll find that nice balance of like, if I just get real damn good, I will beat this boss in a reasonable amount of time, and it's really satisfying. Do I want to do Bat Camp in Newton? Actually, I am going to try something, chat. We're going to skip out, well... Went to a hockey game so you couldn't catch it live. Oh, nice. How was the game? Did your team win? I've been to one hockey game in my life, and it was so fun. I went to, I think the stadium or the rink, whatever, was in New York still. I forget. I was living in New York at the time. And I think we watched a New Jersey team play. It's all very vague at this point. It was a fun game to watch. Playoff game, so the atmosphere was unbelievable. Oh, rock on. You know, there's like a surprising number of hockey fans that hang out here. I guess I'm just finding out about it because I guess there's the playoffs going on. I guess is that like the big league stuff, or I clearly don't keep tabs on it all. Alright, it's Earth's Day. So we go down the bottom one and snake upwards. Cattywampus, who's in our like Sky Small group, has been like watching games while we're like doing while we're doing Sky content. Oh, this is the annoying one. No, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. NBA as well? Wow. All the sports. Oh, nice, Absorb. Yeah, it caught me off guard how much I enjoyed it. Because I had never really followed the sport. It's like way... Like, so compared to like baseball, because I've been to a handful of baseball games, it's just such a different type of like energy. Mainly like Mets and Yankees. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. So the team was like, holy crap, all these people. What's up, Shane? Shane, the FF14 deck list for the Commander deck came out yesterday. You were saying you were planning on getting that one. It is an incredible looking deck. What's up, Colin? Alright, I got somebody waiting on me for a group, so I'm really trying to just get this KI and skedaddle. Please don't be in one of the far ones. Please, bro. Yep, it's right here. Go, 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 go. Got it. What's up, Crab? You know they aren't supposed to, Benson. It stinks like... But like, you know, you could say the same thing about FF8 or FF5, like... Those weren't the decks for it. How goes things? Good, man. I've been playing a lot of Expedition 33. Haven't been doing much FF. How's Horizon life been for you lately? Was there any 13 besides Lightning? Yeah, Fang and Vana'diel. That meld into whatever the name of that summon is. The U's just grinding things out. You hit 54% on Sammy's Relic. Dude, what is Sammy making? Ragnarok, thank you. Gungnir, dope. You're still in Act 1? It just continues to be such a kick-ass game. Do they have any FF10? Yeah. The Final Fantasy X Commander deck is... honestly, it's something special. I mean, they all are. If you're a fan of that particular... So there's 4 games. There's 4 Commander decks. 1 for FF10, 1 for FF14, 1 for 6, and 1 for 7. for their respective games, the entire deck is themed around it. So like the FF10 deck, for example, even the lands have illustrations. Oh wait, that's the wrong gate. Even the lands have illustrations from various zones in FF10. And there are cards that are reskinned with like Yuna and Waka and all the characters, and the deck construction itself is top tier. I am extremely impressed with how well they designed these decks. So yeah, so 10 so far. So we've only gotten a handful of cards from the main set, but the commander decks, they're really something special. And the 10 deck in particular, maybe I'll just pull up some cards in a few minutes here, is really just kick-ass. Expedition 33 early favorite for game of the year. Oh, I got a lot of chat here. Someone offered you 700 currency, so you dropped like 4 mil. Nice. Shane, you're on New Game Plus already? What the heck? What's up, Nanuki? Welcome, welcome. So in terms of game of the year for me, I don't play a lot of modern games that come out, you know, so I'm really never kind of keyed in on what, you know, the types of games that are even in consideration for game of the year usually. But I'll say, like, in general, Expedition 33 is just, it's just one of those, it's just special. Like, in terms of, like, RPGs, like, and especially JRPG-influenced games, I mean, rarely do I come across, like, a modern game where I'm like, you have, like, I would tell somebody, like, you have to play this if you're into RPGs or JRPGs. Yeah, well, I believe so. To your point about repost about 14 being overrepresented, it's the 14 flavor and the 14 crossing over here is going to be a huge factor of like crossing people over into Magic. So we kind of want, I mean, like Wizards wants, and like us as players should, in a way, we should want them to be over-indexed on 14 to you know, to grow the Magic community. But you know, I'm still excited to see what more 11 cards come out. The FF14 deck, spectacular. It's got so many fun cards in it. I mean, they're all 4 of them are awesome. If you're like a FF6 fan, I mean, look at this deck list. Here, I'll show you guys some stuff while I'm running to this EXP spot. All right, I'm just gonna start with the FF6 deck list because, like, this just kicks so much ass. Let's see, I'll do like that. You have Terra. You guys aren't gonna be able to see these very well, but like you have Terra and Celeste, which we knew. Those are that's the commander and the sub commander. Hold on, let me make sure I'm running the right way. Yeah, okay. But then look, in terms of legendary creatures, Cyan, General Leo, Interceptor, and Shadow. 2 separate cards that work insanely well together. Siegfried, Gao. This Gao is such a fun and interesting mono-red commander. Gogo, Sabin, Strago, and Realm. Valigarmanda, Umaro, Bannon, Edgar, Kefka, Locke, Mog, Setzer. I mean, look at that. The whole they crammed so many characters into the deck, let alone brand new cards that have the theming of 6. Okay, so like, you know, you go to, I don't know, you guys can just look at these for yourself. I guess I can post the link, But so, okay, so the 6 deck, full of flavor. The 7 deck is kind of more themed around Final. It's kind of like they took a lot of inspiration from the new FF7 games in terms of character design. So that's really more. It's gonna appeal more to the people who are like relatively new to 7, which again is like a kind of a good thing for the community because a lot more people know the 7 Rebirth remake stuff. But you've got Vincent, Kate Sith, Avalanche. Like, look at the character designs. Yeah, so you will be able to find these decks for about 60, 70 bucks if you're patient. If you're trying to hit like a pre-order, you might be paying extra right now. But like seriously, as a longtime Magic player who has been following deck construction, deck value, I will tell you without a shadow of a doubt, these are some of the best designed Commander decks they've ever released. So I don't think there's a person here who's like even wants to pick this up as like a collector's item. Like you're not gonna lose value. These are all gonna be worth like what you pay. So you know, I've often warned people against buying XYZ products just because it's like I don't have a lot of money, or maybe I don't play a lot. Should I get this? And like, no, you shouldn't. But in this case, these decks are absolutely worth it. If you have a penchant for like a particular Final Fantasy, 100% worth buying. If you end up like not playing it or whatever, well, that's, you know, you might not get your personal play value out of it, but like I would say that likelihood is a lot. You know, that's on like you as a player. So then we get down to like 10, right? And I just think this deck is insanely well designed. And I just want to show you, I want to point out some cards. You got a Sphere Grid card. It's really damn good. But look at some of this stuff. Look at this. Together Forever. Look at that art. When will they stop selling them? So, it's a standard legal set. In other words, you should be able to get these for at least a year, like on store shelves. Like I'm talking like in Target. Although I will say you really can't always predict availability of these kinds of decks. You might have to pay attention to like Amazon listings or check your Target like every week or so, maybe, if you really want to be diligent about getting one. But in general, these aren't like, there have been Magic Commander decks that have been printed in the past, the Warhammer ones, for example, that you had a very small window to get it, and if you didn't get it, you did not get one. Okay? This is not that. The Farewell, where is it? The Farewell is insane as well. I mean, the flavor is just insane. Promise of Loyalty, you've got all the weapons in the art. And then of course you've got Sin, you've got Kimari, you've got me, I don't know where I'm running. You know, you've got the Owaka Traveling Merchant. Summon Yojimbo. Some Chocobo Knights. I mean, Orin, you know? Like, and all the lands, by the way, somebody mentioned it in chat I saw, all the lands are like portraits of look, there's a shoe puff in the background there. All the lands are portraits of zones in their respective Final Fantasy game. So, yeah. And then you get down to the 14 one is the last one. And I think we'll have to wait a sec because I got to figure out where I'm going. Exactly. Even if they're just for display. Is this the guy that's supposed to teleport me? I pay him 10K, right? Something like that. Chat, help me out here. Is that... I need to get, is it 5K? I haven't done this in a while. Is it 2K? Is this the right goblin? Oh, here we go. It was 2K. Can we talk about how the shoe pup guy sounds like Adam Sandler doing a voice? I can see it now that you say it. I think I still have that on my soundboard. It's a thing out of... You couldn't hear it? You can't hear that? Oh, it's not coming through. Is it coming through this?
Some feeds have unexpectedly shown up. Somebody save me.
I gotta take off my flannel, chat. It is too warm in here. One sec. You know, that means that a good portion of my TTS that come through, I hear them and react to them, but if my sound system isn't set up right, you guys don't hear them. And that's very strange for me to think about. Yeah, we're not gonna get an 11 deck. I mean, we obviously know that already, but the fact that one of the lead devs, FF11, was his first MMORPG is like, to me, is like, thank goodness. You know, if this is the 1.5 times they're gonna do a Final Fantasy crossover this big, like, to know that we had somebody like on Team 11 is like, okay, we'll get some cool stuff. I'm not worried about it. I would have been worried about it. Shantado in the paper space? That's interesting. Alright, this guy said I'd see him. Oh, okay. No, and that's the good thing, Murph. These decks are, you have the exact list and all the custom arts. It's all there. You know what you're getting. Again, which is why, you know I'm talking to people who maybe have limited experience with Magic or haven't played in a long time or whatever, and maybe have an interest in these things even as like a collector's piece. Totally worth buying. And recommended, which is very rare for me. I can see VV being CEDH. That VV is going to, honestly, that VV I believe is going to get a representation. Is going to get a what's the word I'm looking for? A reputation. There we go. That's the word. It's going to get a reputation as a commander that people might not want to play against. What's up, TJ? Yeah, VV is a tie-in to Arena, and for good reason. It's a really friggin' pushed card. They there's no sugarcoating it. As much as I think, and I kind of said these decks are very good. Everything here is a little too good, but like in a fun way. But the VV is a good example of like, this is here to get people into Magic and do really powerful things. Oh, we got a Twitch ad. But with that, it'll probably be a very strong standard environment. It'll probably be a lot of leak over into other formats. All right, let's get my Emperor band ticking. Standard, you might not have played in a while, Absorb. Standard rotation is much longer now. I think it's going to be something like 10 or 12 sets. Hey, this way. It's wild. They made this announcement like halfway through last year. Like 3 years or something worth of sets. What's up, Premium Biscuits? We are now in the midst of the first big cycle. So it's, you know, nobody's quite sure. Yeah. And, like, I think in general, people will know if Standard is for them. But, like, if you want to get into Arena, that may be the place you start off. But I highly recommend just straight up playing Commander. Which these decks, you know... We're talking about Magic, TJ. Magic the Gathering. But Commander's a game you generally play like at a table. It's multiplayer. But these decks are gonna be a good jumping in point. Like Oh, that's a great question, Privacy. Thrawn, have you heard of Pre-Modern? That is where I go when I want to play the Magic I grew up with. And then Commander is the game I want to play when I want to play with, like, new cards. Too intimidated to play Commander? I would say like if you're into like board games, like tabletop games, give Commander a shot. If you're not into them, you know, stick to what you know what you enjoy. Is Pre-Modern at local game stores? It depends upon your scene. So you would need to like look around. It's it's like a fan-driven format, but like it's extremely popular. It just had its American championships like 2 weekends ago, but it's a growing format, and like you get to play with like Blue-Green Madness. You get to play with Psychotog. You know, you get to play with Allurin combo. You know, if any of that sounds familiar to you, you're probably right in the range of people who'd enjoy it. Why tabletop? Because Commander plays more like a 4-player tabletop game than it does regular Magic. In regular Magic, your intent is you versus another player. Your intent is to bring their life total to 0. Or to deck them, or whatever your deck strategy is. And every decision you make is based upon, you know, that end. But in Commander, it's more about sitting at a table and having an experience. So sometimes you might make a play that affects one player's board. Well, why? Because they happen to accidentally kill one of your creatures or something. So there's a lot of there's like a social element, the way board games are. This EXP is pretty cracked. Yeah, so picking your commander for playing Commander is sort of like picking your champion in a League of Legends or something. The legendary creature you choose is like your champ, and then the cards you put in the deck, you know, represent, you know, however you want to think about it. They might just be strong in that color. They might be synergistic with that commander, whatever. But the deck expression is like, to me, it's like way more interesting than the things that regular 2-player formats do. And every card is a single, right? So every game plays out a little bit differently, for the most part. And I don't know, it's just like, to me, when I want to play 1v1, I do like draft. Draft is really fun. Pre-modern to play with cool old cards, and Commander to just sit at a table and enjoy. Oh no, no, almost most tables you find, it's a social experience. Yeah, it's actually, personally, I find it difficult to find, to play, to find groups for competitive Commander. All right, let's get double punch on here. Oh, there it is. Okay, I actually have it. Yeah, same premium biscuits. It's really just an excuse to hang out with people. And like the Magic the Gathering is the rule set in front of you, right? You got about 10 hours in and started to lose you. You're not really into the Souls-like mechanics. I could see that. Yeah, I think a person would have to kind of enjoy the Souls-like mechanics at least a little to really get into Expedition 33. For me, the aesthetic of Expedition 33 is like, if everything else wasn't great, I would still be in for that aesthetic. It's just stupid good. Oh yeah, Heavy? So, honestly, honest question for you, Heavy. How long ago was that? I think there's been a lot of Commander sort of like zeitgeist that has happened over the past 4 years. Ah, yeah. There it is. Yeah, even when I started Commander in like 2018 maybe, 2017. Games were still a little like that, just like culturally. But it has improved significantly. This is my first time doing this, like at this camp, and I'm like really wanting to talk about Magic, but also like pay attention to what I'm doing here. And I'm kind of doing both kind of half-assed. Oh man. All right, let's get another resting kick in.
That's cool, that's super dope.
Solo Wolf.
Right there, that's what's up. Come kick it with your boy, baby, that's what's up. I get down with the DP, that's what's up.
Yo, thank you for the raid, Solo Wolf. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, everybody. Hi, I'm Quetch. I'm doing the thing I said I would do months ago and leveling friggin' Summoner. Welcome to the channel. What were you up to, Solo Wolf? How come demo keeps wiping the KB? It's specifically it's been in our dead zone for the past couple of spawns that we've gotten claim. Yeah. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We are right around like 3 to 7 a.m. Eastern is kind of bad for us. Leveling Red Mage? What level are you? That's like 4 defending rings. It's only, I think, what, 2 wipes we've had? And people, the other thing is, like, one of those times was like a party of 3 that was there and claimed. 32? Oh, okay, for a sub job, or are you wanting to take it to 75? Ah, okay. I need a Dia macro. Do I have a Dia macro? / MA Dia T. Ooh, chat, I have a new DAT to show you guys. It's really nice. We'll do that after after this EXP. Listen, I would make Excalibur if I had it in me. If I had the gumption, that is what I would do next. But I do not have it in me. I'm not even doing Dynamis right now. I'm just burning tags every week. This EXP is dumb good. What level is Zarkabard? Does Zarkabard start at 63 or is it like 64, 65, chat? For the mana burn parties? So is this the play? I'm wondering if this is the play at 63. Yeah, I'm gonna need money for Alexandrites. So... whenever you get Blizz 3. Yeah, we're all kind of collectively hoping, like, either A, they reduce the Alexandrite necessary for Mythic, or B, that they do like personal drops of Alex from like various content, or just make it drop from like many different sources. I don't think the balance will be like original retail. I mean, depending upon how Alex goes, Drew, and maybe we do have to like pool, you know, to maybe we have to do like a Mythic's Mythic pooling or something. So interestingly, Cameron, I found this out. Salvage is instanced in the client. Yo, thank you for the 8 months, pneumatologist. What's up, man? How you been?
What's up?
Not much. Yeah, so salvage was one thing I was worried about considering how Dynamis has gone here. But realistically, I think it, assuming it just functions like it should, I think it'll be one of the least worries. Enjoying the NTG's chat? Yeah, rock on. Dude, it is the ultimate time to be a Final Fantasy gamer and a Magic enjoyer. Like, this is it. This is our moment. It's spoiler season, so every card that comes out, like, could be like super hype, or a new FF11 card. Summoner is such a weird job that does nothing in between, like, stuff. I'm just fighting with an Ifrit. Yeah, I think they end up balancing mythics in an interesting way. That's my take. I think they will. I think that if I were on the dev team and I were thinking about ultimate weapons as a ecosystem, mythics would have to change in some regard. You think 2 to 3 years for Einerjar? Looks like I'm working on a Excalibur, friends. Oh. Whoops. I should have kept summoning. I don't know why I stopped. Did he have re-raise? He did, okay. right, chat. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. Twitch ads are in 1 minute, but I'm gonna run them early. I'll be right back. You guys can't hear me. So speaking of spoiler season, we got another spoiler. It's a spell. Oh, Ultima is a card as well? Holy crap, 4 minutes ago this got spoiled. I can't even read it yet. Okay. Ultima, Origin of Oblivion, legendary creature god from FF16. Whenever it attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and has... Oh, it becomes a waste. It turns a land... Whenever it attacks, it turns a land into a waste. Whenever you tap a land for diamond mana, add an additional diamond mana. At 5 cost? Oh, that's big Eldrazi energy right there. I want to release. And then the spell is the one I saw, which is awesome because, you know, I just thought this was the coolest thing in FF Tactics was like you'd learn Ultima, and the only way to learn it was like I think on Ramza specifically, and you had to be hit by it and survive in order to learn it. So I've always had a soft spot for like the spell Ultima in Final Fantasy games, and this is it's kind of a good board wipe. There's no FFT deck, no, because FFT is not actually technically a mainline Final Fantasy, which sucks. I mean, for me, like, you know, I'm gonna be super happy for anything 11 related. I'm gonna be super happy for anything Chocobo related, Moogle related, certain characters from certain Final Fantasy games, and like maybe 10 stuff from 10 and 8. I love 8 as a game. But like, I don't really have too many strong feelings about like, you know, those cards as magic cards. But like tactics for me would have been like, I would love like an Agrius or a Ramza or something like that. But it just, you know, they had to, I mean, 16 games alone is like freaking huge. Dia is costing me freaking... Okay. Still got the skill chain off. Yeah, right? Don't all cards exile now? Dude, Farewell... Farewell just kills me. I guess, are these two here camping the, maybe they're farming something. If you put Feral in your deck, you have to have the restraint not to use it. Yeah. Yeah, but there's no school that teaches you that restraint. You know what I mean? There's no like commander etiquette. It's all like group based. So there's some number of people that have to cast it some number of times before they go, oh, this is a dick move. A mono art? Why? I'm glad you asked. In fact, there are a number of Amano arts, and the cards that they brought in Amano for are full arts with a very different text layering, so you get to see like all the art on the card. Does anybody have a favorite Amano that's been spoiled? I could probably pull something up. Maybe like the Kefka? The Terra one? Well, actually, the Terra one doesn't have the same full art style. But it's a great looking art, so yeah. Hold on, I'll scroll better in a second here. Ah. There you go. But yeah. We don't know how many Amano cards we're getting yet, but they've released like maybe 4 of them. George. I should be in my V-Cloak on downtime, but I really got to make an XML for Summoner. It looked like there were some other spoilers on that page as well. There's a D-Spark from 14. Oh, wait. I think I kind of remember this moment. This Joshua Rosefield with Rogrok, son of Rogra, is gorgeous. And then Culling Ritual from 4. Rogrok is a partner commander. So you'd have to play him with another partner. I don't think you have to. You might be able to just play him solo, but he's typically partnered. What's up, Thados? Yeah, very vintage Final Fantasy. Yeah, bringing in a mono is like huge. I believe Edward is in the FF4. Don't remember. Thados, how is your next hardcore going? Your next job? Oh, Edward was the bard. Yes. They got to give Edward a card. I mean, I think the FF fandom would riot if there wasn't a Spoony bard. You hit 39. Oh, you hit 39 bard yesterday. Okay, yeah. Rock on. Okay. Getting there. This is a rough pull. Oh, he got it. He did not get it. Oh no! Oh, never mind. True. True. It being a sorcery. What is that text on my screen? What is that? Oh. Weird. That is my super chat thing that I made a while ago. But I thought I turned that off. Yeah, no, I had a whole thing that I was building a while back that when y'all super chat, like it brings up a like a speech bubble. But I never finished programming it, so I'm not sure why it That's probably been there for like 2 weeks. Yeah, because that's the same layer that does my... Alright, chat. Stream is going to be weird for a second here. Oh, well, you know what? No, I'll just turn it off at... I'll turn it off in... here. OBS, YouTube. Never mind, gotta fight something. YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button, hatch that egg. And if you're watching on Twitch, I have the redemption for naming the next Chocobo. So I just ask if you've already redeemed that one previously, give somebody else the opportunity. But the next person to make that redemption, I will show you what color Chocobos are left, and then you'll get to pick one and name it. Previous cards at the end of the turn specified if it's your turn or intended to be cast on opponent's turn. Yeah, I mean, given it is difficult to cast sorceries in your opponent's turn, I think that's why they did it. Because if you can find a way, you can really grief somebody. Which, I mean, it's the spell Ultima. It's meant to be abusive, destructive. So I kind of see it as a flavor, from a flavor standpoint. Oh, yeah, stream's gonna look weird for like a half a second here. Alright, that fixed it. Alright, let me see. Super chat display. There we go. Disable that. Okay, should be good. Tell you what, I'm gonna match with my friends here. Let's see. Is that the shirt? No, Bug Squasher is a different one. Is it? Oh, that's the green one. Oof. Oh, let me get Prot 2. Oh, I'm not swapping my light staff because I don't have an XML for this job yet. Huh. Really gotta do that. It's awkward when you release a video guide for a subject and then you don't do it yourself. You know? No. The Polar is such a hard life, man. They've got to be camping the the neck NM. Oh. If only my name were skill, then it would be the eternal debate. What makes a good FF11 player? Gear, skill, or heart? Stubbornness. Damn, Cameron. Change your name to Burn. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right, kid. Nothing to scoff at. I'm really curious what else we'll see for the 11 Final Fantasy cards. I mean, seeing AV was like, okay, that's probably one of our big hitters. Seeing an uncommon Shintaro tells me there's going to be like a rare one. Or a mythic one. Seeing the Dragoon's Wyvern is just a work of art in terms of magic design and execution. I'm gonna give the warrior one more attack if they whip. Okay. There we go. Let it rip. Time to play some FF9. Are you doing a playthrough, Thados? You just hit 73 on Thief, and you're figuring out what to do for gear. Oh, so that's a really cool spot to be in. Thief has a very interesting gear progression when you're at your level. If you got any questions or you need any advice, just ask. A green Damel, 3/3 for 3. I'd love it. Creature type. Camel. I hope we get like, I hope we get like Mandau or like, what would it be? It'd be Job Card Thief or whatever, and it's like Twashtar. That would be sick. That's like the wishfuliest of thinking. Sort of like the Gaibolg on the Dragoon Job card. I think my main question is around AF plus or job specific gear. Like, can I screw that up to where I get the wrong ones? Oh, we're in the middle of an ad right now. I'll wait until after the break. Ah. Okay. I see what your question is. You're asking about the upgrades. The reason that question gets brought up is because you have to invest time and gil into upgrading those that are not going to come quickly. The upgrade materials for AF plus 1 they're kind of rare, and they're rare EX as well. So you want to spend that wisely, and they also involve dynamis currencies to upgrade. So it's important to know. For example, it's important to know this: not all of them are useful. So you wouldn't want to waste your gil on upgrading the wrong ones. That said, for Thief, the upgrade, the upgrades you want are very simple and very easy to point out. You want the hands plus 1 for damage. Increases trick attack damage. This adds a multiplier to your trick attacks. So I would say likely this first. Yep, you technically can get them all. But for example, I only have 2. I only have the 2 that matter. I could see somebody getting this first. It really depends upon what you do with your Thief, that you might want the head first. So the head is the other one that you're going to want. The head is... One sec. The head is both ranged accuracy and intelligence. So it's an excellent bloody bolt piece. Yeah, you don't actually get any flee duration on the +1s. So just having the boots is all you need. Damn, that Raging Rush did more damage than my BP plus skill chain combined. So yeah, so let me take a look at that item again. It is ranged accuracy 8, int +5. Bloody bolts, again, depending upon what you do with your thief, this may get more use than the hands. But if you do more like group content or whatever, you might be leaning towards the hands first. But yeah, hands and head are the play. And that's if you can find yourself doing some Limbus to get the upgrade materials. Supple skin and... some kind of cloth, I think. What is this camp? 3-man killing beast pets for 600 EXP. There are a number of level ranges that you can do this throughout all of, not only just Horizon, but in Era. In Era, meaning more like maybe Wings of the Goddess era. So other than Blau plus TK, should I try to get into Dynamis first? I would try to find yourself in some Dynamis, but you could wait till you're 75 to do that. Is this your first 75 job? It's your first. If you can find a group that'll bring you in at 73, I would say take the opportunity, but don't be afraid to get 75 first and then start looking around. If you have to join like one of those like public shout groups to get into Dyna to lot thief gear, let's see, the thief gear that you want for sure, other than clears, which you can get by just looking at someone giving them away, I would say Winders for the thief head is a priority. Over most other things. Forget what's on the feet. I don't even carry with me, so I'm not sure what's on those. The hands you want from Zark, obviously, but those are a lot more difficult to come by. The body's useless. The legs are your steel piece, I believe. And those are from Bucidine, so you don't need to worry about those too much either right now. Yeah. So if you're just looking for gear, Windy's the one you'd want to get your piece of gear from. You probably want to do E&M. So that's actually a super broad question. I think that's a hard space to. I think it's a hard space to explain. With Thief being your only job, H&Ms might be a little weird to get into in general. And E&Ms are more small group content. But yeah, I think yes, you want to be 75 for those kinds of things. Some E&Ms are not even 75 cap. Some of them are 60 cap or 50 cap, 40 cap. Did I finish my EXP scroll yet? No. I want to use another ring charge before I'm out of this group. No. ENMs are the Chains of Promathia version of BCNMs. So they range in levels. Just like BCNMs do. Himmel stock? What is that? Blood pact ability delay +3. Wait, why the heck would I want this? It's actually -3? Wow. I'm also not using an XML for my job right now. But that would be kind of cracked in, if I were gear swapping. Yeah, I gotta make an XML. I figured I would do it when I get closer to 75, but it'd be really helpful to have right now. I'm missing all these refresh ticks while my summons are down from swapping into Vermi. But also my MP isn't an issue, so... Hold on, I gotta check something real quick, chat. I've got my ROG Ally booted over near the outlet, and I'm running this game called Eidolon. Any Eidolon players in chat? I'm at this thing I have to do where I barely have enough damage to beat this boss if I leave it fighting the boss for like 10 hours. And I don't want to leave my PC on overnight, so I'm running it on my handheld. But I don't even know if I'll beat it in 10 hours. So I'm checking its like progress. It's so stupid. Stupid gamer thing. It looks like this will last till level 65. And then it's probably Zark time unless we resync. Blade Idol. I have not heard of that one. And I would call Eidolon a guilty pleasure. Like it's strangely deep, but it's janky as heck. So, like, I kind of enjoy, like, accomplishing things in it. I've not heard of Blade Idol. Once I got Horizon 11 on SD, though, that went by the wayside. Ah. Blade Idol. Okay. The story of a common herb collector. Gotcha. Yeah, it's one of these phone style idle games. Oh, I hit my release button. I thought it had more health. It was perfectly timed. I can't wait to show you guys this new DAT. After this party, listen to me. After this party, don't let me forget. I have a DAT swap to show you guys. It's sick. And it is available in my Discord. It was a playable free-to-play. Yeah, I hear ya. I always like a game that's designed well for free-to-play players is always nice. I think every gacha game that I've ever stuck with was like they knew how to treat free-to-play players at the same time as their like you know, their paying players. So that's always been a quality I've looked for in like a gacha style game. Or not even necessarily gacha style, even just like generic phone, like phone game kind of design. Dokkan Battle, the DBZ phone game. I used to play this old game called Castle Clash. My brother reminded me of it the other day. I was talking to him on the phone, and he was like, "Remember Castle Clash?" And we just started geeking out about this stupid gacha game from like 2014 or something like that. And so I ended up He ended up reinstalling it and messaging me, and I'm like, all right, I'll install it. Steal the free gems and other weird crap I get. And it is a mess of a game. Just systems on top of systems on top of years of updates on top of, oh, spin the wheel, play the matching game, win gems. Like there must have been 8 mini games you could play to win like daily gems or whatever, and it's just such a disgusting mess of a game at this point. But back when I was playing it, like it was like, as a free-to-play player, you could do like, it was challenging, yet it was generous enough where you could get like various things that you needed. MTGA is okay. I will say, if I had to rate games on a scale of like 0 to abusive, like, okay, let's just invent a scale, a 10 scale. 0 is you don't even have to pay for the game and you get a full game. I don't know, not many games will meet that criteria. And 10 is there's pay-to-play elements and the game abuses you until you decide to spend money. MTGA is like, I'd say like a 5. Where maybe close to a 6. And the only reason I say that is because in general, if you just play every day and get gold, to your point, you use that gold to do draft. You do good in draft, I think you get gem rewards. I don't remember if the gold converts to gems, but if you do well in events, if you spend your gold on events and do well in them, you generally get enough cards to kind of make and build what you want. The reason it scores a little higher for me is because there's no dusting. I think it's gotten better over the years with wild cards showing up more frequently. But as far as I know, it's still got the same problem of if you don't pull enough rare wild cards, you simply can't build a competitive deck. So when I look at like Hearthstone, I think Hearthstone rates better on that scale. I'd put Hearthstone at a 4 and MTGA at a 5 to 6. But you can definitely play the game for the most part without buying. Warframe is a -2. Okay, Warframe might be the only game that gets like a true 0 on my scale. What a fantastic game that is free to play. And maybe like Overwatch, but it's been a while. But the fact that you can play Warframe and you can farm stuff to get items, and you can just sell them for plat on an open market, is like the definition of how that's like this is how games should be. Is the average person has access to desirable things that the paying player wants. And so the economy is buoyed by the volume of what the free-to-play player base does, but then is inflated by the fact that the people who spend can purchase those things. Warframe's just incredible. I wish I had the time and mental fortitude to get back into Warframe, but every time I've tried to play it again since my big heyday back in like 2015, I just don't grok all the new systems and bounce off of it. A fantastic game though. $7 for a bundle, and everything else just free to play. Yeah. So I'll reinstall Arena like once a year or so, but if I really just want to get the itch, like scratch the itch is just playing some Magic, I'll just reinstall Arena for sure. They accidentally put in a slot machine and immediately pulled it down and refunded people for it. That's awesome. How hard did I hit? Oh, only 431. Now that Arena is adding Pioneer, I am more interested again. I'm not a fan of the rotation and the overall obnoxious state that Standard constantly seems to be in. And I enjoyed Historic, but I didn't like Alchemy. And then they added Alchemy cards to Historic, and I suddenly had no play. I had no format on MTGA that I was interested in other than draft. But you just can't like keep drafting unless you pay money. So there was nothing left on Arena for me to enjoy, really. Other than the occasional, like... fun event. The dog skins, they weren't supposed to have value, but people applied it to them. They saw someone paid 10K and they immediately killed the system. That's wild. That is 10K platinum? So, did they just inevitably make the dog skins even rarer? Oh, $10,000. Ooh, my EXP, they made it dyeable. Interesting. That's... Suck it, dude who paid $10,000. They refunded it. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. Dude, see what I mean? Friggin', what's that, DE? Isn't that the name of the company? Just a good-ass company, man. What's up, Rick Rock? Digital Extreme, thank you. He's on the YouTube side now. Drew got me a code for Soulframe. We ended up playing for a few hours a few months ago. It was nice. I felt like it had a lot of room to grow, but they've done a bunch of patches since then, so I'd be curious to see where it's at now. You have access as well? Yeah. Can't you just swap between them? I thought the only thing that what you were locked into was your, like, race. Or not even race, like gender. Whoa, goblin. I'm rather sure you could. I'm like picturing the sort of UI in my mind, but again, I haven't tried in some number of patches, so I'm not sure if there's a difference between when I tried it and when you tried it as well. But yeah, definitely a lot of potential for that game. Oh, my pants came off. Why do I not have pants on? All right, something's been going on. Is it am I experiencing stick drift or something? Oh, I think so. Wait. Hold on. Camera, like, maybe not. I must. Oh wait, I think I'm hitting a button with my wire. That was it. Okay. I don't know why I didn't just do Protector 2. A dumb. Getting creative with camps. I think this camp, I think people come here often, actually. I have heard of this since server launch, I think. Imps with amnesia? Yeah. And Chigos nipping at your feet. Can't wait for Tau. Yeah. Truthfully, I don't know. I don't know what needs to be programmed for Tau. Like, I don't know what is... So, I don't think anybody knows necessarily yet. Well, okay, so let me gather my thoughts here. In terms of what is available on LSB, I think there's been... I think the devs of Horizon have added a bunch of stuff to LSB in preparation for the rebase. And I think Besieged is an example of something that isn't fully coded. So I just wonder, like, what is there, what isn't there? Anyway, I think that'd be a nice thing to have a conversation with a dev about. Hello, I have a question. How do I get my Xbox controller to work on this? You watched my short and you set X input and it doesn't stay? Do you use your Xbox controller for other games, David? Like on the same machine? Yeah, so once the rebase is done, I would say I'm very optimistic, because once we're on LSB, a good portion of Tau is simply turning on a switch. So I think Tau will be right around the corner once the rebase is launched, but that's not any like inside information or anything. No, you don't use an Xbox controller for other games. Okay. So I would double check that you have your drivers installed for your controller. Are you using an Xbox? Okay, a couple of questions here. This is the kind of thing I can't always describe in like a short, but is like really like, you know, I can kind of talk about my experience in the past over a stream like this. Are you using an Xbox 360 controller or an Xbox One? That's question 2. Question 3 is, are you using it via Bluetooth or wired? You have both. Have you tried wired? I have found in the past that wired will work without as much configuration sooner than wireless. Sooner than Bluetooth will. Oh, you probably meant both as in Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Freaking delay on YouTube streams drives me crazy. It's kind of nuts how, like, even at this pace, which is really good EXP per hour, I'm still looking at, like, another, like, 40 hours of Summoner EXP in order to get to 75. You have both. Okay, and you tried wired. Okay. I would try drivers next, then. this dude just weapon skills, we're good to go. Do the high ones and eco warriors? Yeah. I do have to do both of those things this week. Your Hero Kumi on Lakshmi server, retail, but I haven't played since 2017. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know many people from Lakshmi. But yeah, welcome to the streams. Select the weapon skill, dagger, dancing edge, 2, summoner, double punch. You need an eco this week? I currently have Bastock open. It's the only one I can do. YouTube, hit that like button, hatch that egg. Twitch, there's still the opportunity for someone to redeem the 30k points to name the next Chocobo. I'm going to be collecting all of these names over time. And doing what with them, I'm not sure yet, but I have some ideas. I would bet this camp drops off at 66. Yeah, cause like, or 65 rather. Because 223 on chain 1 at 64. I mean, you're probably still getting like 400 a kill at chain 5. But I don't think that's the play. Like either resync at that point or find like a normal group. There's food. Texas Falcon, thank you for the follow. You were looking for Horizon videos, and there's a major lack of Red Mage Solos X. Yeah, people do like Sky Pops solo Red Mage. But I've not seen like a Red Mage solo Genbu or anything like that yet. Yeah, it's not really part of the culture here now that you bring it up. A little. But it's not a massive nerf. It's like longer convert times and higher refresh MP cost. It really doesn't hit soloing that hard. Yeah, I think Monroe kind of nails it there. Is like, if you're soloing on Red Mage, guess what? Well, you don't have TH4. You know? So, I guess for cool factor, you would think that would be a thing. Sinusbellum and I are going to give another shot at duoing at some point. I still have a little bit of work I want to do on my Red Mage before then, so that's where we're at with that. I think I just use an anniversary band charge. But I'm the sync. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question. I think there's a couple, if you're looking for that style of content, I think there's a couple of Dragoon solo videos on YouTube. Dragoon/Mage. Get summoning torque in one more level. Give me a little bit of extra accuracy and attack. I bought this thing for like 2K back when more people were doing Jungle Boogeyman. And now it's a few 100K because they patched the way summoning skill works. Does summoning skill work differently here? No, same concept. It increases your avatar's attack and accuracy, but it wasn't doing that early on in the server. Early-ish for like the first 2 years. Something's going on with my camera. I thought it was my wire hitting my keyboard, but that is no longer a possibility. I think my dude missed his trick attack. Yeah, I don't believe that is how... I don't believe Light Spirit is like that on Horizon. I'm pretty sure the spirits are useless here, like they were in Era. I don't even have the Light Spirit. Damn, Anniversary Band is cracked. Look at that 616 on chain 1. The fishing Taru isn't facing the water. I thought I threw them an invite, did I not? Hey, Texas Falcon! Thank you for the Prime sub! Welcome to the Giesel gang. Now that's a Beastmaster if I've ever seen one. Druin, I came to this party with a full ring charge, a EXP scroll from, what's it called? Eco Warrior, and I just used a anniversary band charge. So yeah. Let's just say I had some extra EXP. I guess. I mean, realistically, I'm just trying to get Summoner done with. For me, this is less about the journey and more about the destination. I already used my 2 charges of my CP ring. And the Emperor Band. I get another one in 30 minutes. KRT, yeah, okay. What am I going to use Summoner for? Various things where we're already full of red mages and thieves. I don't have any direct plans to use it, but I promised you guys I would level it. And I think it'll be fun to bring out here and there. So. Yeah, I'm gonna do Pup. I haven't talked about it in a long time, but some friends and I are, say it with me, Druin, planning on doing a 6 puppet party. And all the puppets will fill various roles in the group. And that'll be on Cashew. That won't be on Quetch. It does sound fun, right? That's what we were saying. Whether it's any good or not, who knows? It'll all be about how Pup is on release. Does Lulu from FF10 count as a puppet master? Kinda. Correct. Pup, the different frames determine the actions that the puppet takes. Or the stats specifically. I think some of the logic as well. Look, if you don't call what Lulu has puppets, what do you call them? I mean, I guess dolls, but I mean, I feel like doll kind of... But like, it's an animated figure. All right, we got a Twitch ad starting, and I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Did we get to the bottom of whether or not Lulu is a puppet master? You can only ever have summoned one pet at a time, regardless of how you summon that pet. So, pup slash dragoon, or a dragoon slash pup won't, Yeah, we did, Druin's just wrong. Yeah, right. She's clearly like a black mage main, right? Like that's not even debatable. Okay, but she doesn't like hurl the doll at the enemy's face. She literally infuses it with magic to go attack the enemy. Jeez, the anniversary band is dead already? Is all characters with a doll weapon a pup? If they animate the doll, I could see your argument if you said, are all characters that hold dolls puppet masters? Well, no. What's the... Okay. A puppet... What, because it has opposable appendages? Is that what makes a puppet... I'm gonna eat my biscuit. My... I read that as you being the puppet master and the child is your automaton. So it's like, are all dads puppet masters? I don't know. I don't think you're gonna convince me that she's not telling her puppet to go fight the mob. Literally commanding her animated doll to go attack the enemy. I would say the difference there is your dog is alive to begin with. Okay. Legitimately, I feel like you guys are arguing the only ground I have to stand on here. Beastmasters summon living creatures. Summoners summon elemental energies. Neither of them are puppet masters. The infusing of a doll-like object in order to become alive is the essence of a puppet master. I mean, that's literally what it's literally all they do. After that, it's punch with your fists. If the doll did multiple attacks... I'm trying to think of... I think the attachments that you put on your puppet are what determines its logic. So... So I don't know. I don't know. There's no doll master job in Final Fantasy games. But if so, it would be eerily similar to what a puppet master is. I need sushi. Do I use another anniversary band charge? I think I do. Punch for 63 damage. Glorious. Oh, I got 38 minutes on it anyway. You can only get the one unrechargeable anniversary band. That is correct. They've given away 2 in the history of Horizon. One was on the 1-year anniversary and you had to get in your D-box. And the other is the one that you can quest for. This is way better than skill chaining. Man, I wish I knew about this when I did my Thief at 63. Such easy EXP, man. The amount of people that told me about this camp, but I never made it out here. Too damn high. All right, they're saying it's still good at 65, so we'll see. Oh, hey. But yeah, pup was the answer to that question. I want to do pup on cashew. On Quetch, I'm gonna do Blue Mage to 37. But I can see a world where I do Blue Mage on Quetch. But it would have to be, I would have to find a convincing reason. Essentially, where would I want it that I wouldn't just bring Red Mage? What aspect dictates when and how to learn blue spells? So blue spells are a % chance to learn if the mob has hit you with it or has used it. If the mob has used that ability and you defeat that mob, you have a % chance to learn the spell. Oh, FFXI Air KE? That's actually huge, and I hadn't even thought about that. I believe David was the person's name. David S., if you're still around. There are level gates for abilities. There might be. Like level like minimums. I think you'll have fun with the deck without it, Jurun. Is Kuja a puppet master? Kuja's the master of puppets. That's what he is. Small distinction. Blue skill and level. Yeah, I think blue skill, level, and what is it? Relic hands maybe are the 3 things. That's actually ringing a bell. Are we just waiting on respawns or something? Or maybe his hide is down? Unsure. $64 monk, 65 dragoon. How long am I going for? At least another hour, I'd say. I have to be up at 3:30 tomorrow. It's one of them days. What's going on, Xander? Yeah. Yeah. It's like every other week I get one of these days, basically. My work schedule is based on my brother's, and he's in the military. It's complicated, but $65. Why am I resting? Ooh. Summoner Torque. I was thinking exactly that very thing, Druin. And I wanted to do like some Googling to see if I could figure that out. Yeah, I'm talking to nature here because Mr. David has to go. They only had a limited amount of time, and I'm like, hey, like, legit, I should probably be heading out. So yeah, those like mana burn or what level are KRT? What level are like white mage burns? Oh shoot, 4, 3, 2, 1. KRT is 66 usually. Okay, so I can just do Black Mage Burn until 66. I might even go back to town and do like Eco Warrior and stuff. Instead of like joining another EXP party. Ozark is 65 plus as well. Oh, I am 65, duh. Yeah, that makes sense. I will have to cap my skill, but that's really not that bad. I'll even hit these dudes with Garuda haste, because why not? We're killing way too fast anyway. Get me some skill ups. True, yeah. A couple people AFK and Rollenberry would do the trick. With the right party, you'll level so quickly. That's good news. And I'll be the sync, right? So like, I'm gonna be. I would probably be snapped up real quick. Yeah, I probably shouldn't seek for party after this, because legit, I really should. In an hour, I should probably be thinking about winding down for bed. It sucks, but it's true. In an hour or so, grab dinner. Maybe watch another episode of Andor. Andor is really stinking good, by the way, friends. Andor Season 2. Ads in 20 seconds? 10 seconds. 8 seconds. I'll see you, Twitch. When the ads are done. Bye. At 65, you don't even see people just send you tells. I've heard of that, yeah. Oh, Sithel, after this party, I was gonna show people those staff dats that you had shared. What's up, Denali? Good afternoon to you as well. Yeah, I couldn't load them while we're in the group because I would have to log out and log back in or whatever to reload the, or maybe just lock styling. Would lock styling load them? I don't... /pivot. Oh. My Ashen Bub... This is all jacked up. I wasn't even loading the... I downloaded Ashen Bub's Prime for the first time and loaded it, but it looked like the Ashen Bub's NQ were overwriting. You need to finish season 1 of Andor? I mean, it might be my favorite piece of Star Wars media. The full series. Season 1, I mean, Rogue One is my favorite movie. Let's try... Whoops. Oh, it did work! Check these DATs out, chat. I didn't think I could just set lock style and that would do it. Kind of bonkers, isn't it? Mushy wooshy? Okay. Now, fair warning. They really slow down Juno. And I highly recommend only setting it to your race, but check some of these out. They're just gorgeous. I need more pants, but you know how it is. Mithra and all that. But even if it's only your race, the people of your race that are in town are going to have these same staves lock styled, and so it's going to bog you down immensely. So use sparingly, use at your own risk. You might lose FPS, but depending upon what you're doing, I think they're really gorgeous. Did I make them? No. So Sithel shared them with me. And they're saying that Mushy Wooshy on YouTube is the creator. But I like to keep the Discord. I have a tutorials section in the Horizon XI section for like swapping DATs and stuff like that. And honestly, a lot of this stuff is in so many different places that I like to have a place where people can go and find these things, find a guide on how to do them. If I can attribute the creator, that'd be great. But not always, because some of these things are kind of like lost to time. Here, we'll check out some of the others. I think Neptune's is the one I liked a lot. We'll do like... Whoops. Oh no, Aquilos. There you go. Look at that. I don't know if I showed this one or not already, but damn. Redoing weapon skill animations and all kinds of stuff. Cool. Dude, nature's look is top tier. the name and the outfit. Do truthfully, I've really never seen anything like this, and I wonder how they did it. Maybe this is taken from a like a piece of furniture or something within the game. I don't even know how you would go about doing this. I haven't seen Funny Bunny around in a very long time, but I wish maybe I'll send them a DM and just say, hey, how would you even make this? Because there's a lot going on. Like, obviously, you know, if you guys were here for my Blender stream, like we're aware of how to make objects in Blender and port them into FF. Like, that has been sort of like figured out. But to make it rotating and add particle effects are still like outside of it. Mentioned in his video. Okay. Okay, now I am curious. I should be resting. I'm busy running around looking at pretty lights. I'm already 3K. I'm only 10 levels away from 75. Ooh, this song. Let's go. Hold on, hold on. This is not doing it justice. Hold on, we gotta... Baseline. Gets me every time. I made these staves out of bits and pieces of Graviton's ball and part of Lilith Ascendant. That explains everything. Cause yeah, you wouldn't, like I was kind of hinting at, you wouldn't be able to arrive at this from scratch. Even if you did it in Blender, you wouldn't be able to import the things going on here into the game successfully. You would need to be peeling from other game assets, and that pretty much fully explains it. In terms of the color, the color of the ball, I'm pretty sure you could just recolor that in the texture. I don't think that would be an issue as much as getting the particle physics and getting the rotation. So it was a Taru automaton. Nope, it's just a little sheepy guy. All right, this is the final chain, and then the party's breaking up. Oh, we've been back from the Twitch ads in a minute. But yeah, I was just saying, I've been watching Endor Season 2, and it is some excellent TV. The writing is exceptional. The acting is mostly very good. And the storytelling, it just really comes through. I'm really happy with Season 2 so far. This weapon, Hampty, I was actually just explaining. This is a DAT swap that was shared in my Discord just this week, and it's incredible. I've got all the different elemental staves and instructions on how to use them yourself in my Discord. The black one lowers my FPS. The dark staff. As usual, in the tutorials section of the Horizon part of the Discord, you can find that there. There's a filter at the top. You can search for either add-ons or what was the other? Like DAT swap. What is it? Add-on or DAT mod. And this is obviously DAT mod, and you can browse some of the tutorials I've written in there and get some of these files. It's really cool stuff. Now, Juno is going to be an absolute crawl. The Wyvern on Dragoon to be a gargoyle? All right, hold on. We gotta check this out. I mean, who doesn't, like, to me, this screams white mage. See, look, here's the thing. Everybody of my race who's lock styling a staff has the same thing going on. So, yeah, so it really tanks your FPS. What is it? Like Shoopy Whoopy? What was it? What was the player's name? We're gonna watch a video, I think. Oh, actually, I don't know if YouTube will flag me for that. Somebody share the link in the Discord, would you? With this content creator or wall. This creator. Yeah, ultimately you would want to pick a less lock styled staff for sure. What is this? Dark Ore didn't sell? Okay. Or any weapon, really. You could technically overwrite any lock style you wanted. Okay. I'm thinking that we go turn in Secret of Ovens Lost. I go Anon so I don't get bombarded with invites. We look to see if there's a Bastok Eco Warrior happening. And then potentially call it there. Mushi Wushi. Oh, looks like, yeah, they've moved on to 14 probably, judging from their profile pic. That was a good 50k EXP, though. Big old dent in, the old summoner. The EXP scroll from this, though, is going to go to a ranger. I might just end up leveling ranger off these scrolls altogether. This is 37. Ah, the invisible wall. Whooshy whooshy. Yeah, we went and got the KI earlier, and now I'm just turning it in. Maybe next stream we'll try another run at Dust Gloves +1. I'm sitting on a stack of hides. Is this the Ashen Bubs Prime Pack now? I'm wondering if I'll see a difference. The staff won't have much of a difference, but the clothing would. And the Moogle. Whoa. Weird. What? Okay. That's not what I expected to see at all. Well, I am now a floating orb. Sorry it had to go this way. I just wanted to look at the Moogle in HD. What's up, little buddy? I'm Navi. Main job. Ranger. Item. Neratets. Let's see what we get. Gross, dude. 2,500. Wasn't even worth the run. Man, these staves look banging on the red mage though. Oh. Yeah, boo. Skimp me on my free EXP. I worked for that. Do. All right, who's streaming? Let's see. All right, friends, I'm gonna toss you on over to Greek. I haven't had a chance to raid Greek yet. Obviously that's on Twitch. YouTube, that is going to be the end of today's stream. Where am I? YouTube, that is going to be the end of today's stream. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Helps me out a ton, costs you nothing. Twitch, I'm going to raid you on over to Greek and see what they're up to. It looks like they're doing a little bit of leveling before something else. Unsure. But have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Like I said, I got to be up at 3:30, so I'm going to eat and watch some Andor and then wind down so I can get to sleep at an appropriate time. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out, y'all.